Hello. Okay, so now we should be able to combine swords here. If I put, if I put this on top of this, it should like merge into some new weapon. Okay, so let's start by just checking if we can even detect that. So yeah, in the use card, away. Okay, so here when we yeah, so here we will also test for why why do I have multiple prefabs? I just need one prefab. Let's get this out. So we'll just say item and yeah, let's just create item. So Yes, we do have material slot. So in the item, and here we can get item mesh renderer and shared material becomes data.material. And now we don't need multiple triggers. So we just need item and all of will have item prefab and still they will work. So there's sword, sword, but something. So hmm, I can open console and do add card sword. It did work. Hmm. I think That is weird. Hmm. Oh, now it will work. Actually, we don't even need tags in the player controller. Here we can check if I'll just use my console to keep sword. I have to use one more sword. Oh, lucky. So if I put this here, it should print like merging. Yeah. So merge item and item clone. So here we'll have a merge logic, but before that, because we don't want to do a lot of manual testing, not manual manual checking for what can merge, what cannot merge. So it would be nice if we can build a kind of database. So I think the simplest way to do it is to use bit fields, right? So each of this item will have its ID, or it will have its own bit fields. Basically, let's say environment will have 0 0 0 0 0, right? And then our gold will have 0 0 0 1. Our shield will have 0 0 1 0. Our sword will have 0 1 0 0. So currently we have 4 items. So 4 items can be, so n items can represented by n minus 1 bits, because we'll be using 0 also. So we can remove 1 bit and we can also do that. Okay. And now we can do combinations. No, 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 no. We can't use 0 because 0 combine. No, no. Yeah. So we need n bits. So we'll start here with 1 0 1 1 0 1 0. Yes. So basically the number of items would be the representation of number of bits. So we can have 32 items. If we go with a simple integer, we can have 32 items, which will, I think, which is enough for a, like, we will never go up to 32. Yeah, I don't think so. So now if you want to merge shield with sword, which is not gonna be in there, but if you want to, then it becomes 1100, which is also a unique number, which will become 12. This will become 1 2 4 8, and it will go on, and then it will become like 8 plus 4, so it becomes 12. But the problem will be, yeah, I don't think we can do this way. The problem is because we'll be merging sword with sword. So 8 plus 8 will become 16, and 16 might be not here. Let's say here. So if we, that's not the case. If we make shield with shield, it will give us 8, which is not what we want. That won't work because we are not just merging different items which have different IDs. We are also merging the same item. Mm, we can also do very simply. We can have shield, sword. Let's just assign simple IDs here, right? And let's say we can mix sword plus sword, which becomes a big sword because ID of 4, and then same will have big shield, which will be ID 5. So this would be our item database which we have currently. We can just create more items with different materials, different effects. What now we can do is we'll have a kind of like blueprint, or we can just say this recipe. So something called recipe. Recipe will have list of integers, right? A list of integers which will represent the left hand side, and then it will have a integer which will be right hand side. So this IDs, so we can just give 3 comma 3, and it will result into 4. So basically this would be our recipe which will state us that, oh, what kind of items will mix here. So we can do something like this here. Now currently we would be only merging two items at a time. So recipe will have only two counts, and now whenever we are merging, we'll just iterate through this list of recipes which we have, and we'll check which matches this one. So this will become our like key, right? Okay, so this will be kind of work as a key, and then we can search for that key, and whenever we find, we can just result of it. I think this would be much simpler way for right now. So let's do that. So let's create a new item. We'll call it big sword, and this big sword will be type of attack, and the amount would be 5, right? And for the material, let's create, let's duplicate this, and let's name it big sword, and we'll just change the color to red, and yeah, nothing else. For right now, the visuals doesn't matter that much. And in the data where we have big sword, let's not put space, and here we'll assign our mat big sword. Okay. We'll just refactoring a little bit. So in data we'll also have actually Let's just uh, create class. This would be create recipe. Is my spelling right? No. Yeah. So this would be new recipe should become data, and we'll just move this to its own file. Right. We don't need all those things here. What we need here, we also need a struct which would be like our key, right? So we can, what should we name this? Just uh, do key, and we need this to be serializable so we can show it in the inspector, and we'll just make it item data item 1 and item 2. So rather than passing IDs, because passing IDs, yeah, we need to remember, right, to what kind of ID we have assigned. We'll just drag and drop our item data. This is kind of nice also. So we'll just do public recipe key, and then we'll do item data result. Right? So this is nice, I think. So in the data folder, we'll create a folder for recipe, and here we can create recipe, and we'll call this big sword. Mm, so we'll prefix it with R because we need to be differentiate, and now we can just pass in sword plus sword big sword. And when this data, so this is just for us to design recipes, so we can design it better and we don't have to write it in the code. But this whole recipe will when it will load into the game, we will be making this key based on integers. So currently, let's rename this to ingredients. In I'm kind of bad at spelling stuff. Ingredient. Yeah. And so now we can create as much as we want here. But currently, let's just stick to one. And in the game manager, so game manager, we have item data, and same here we'll have recipe data, and we'll call this recipes. So here we can pass this whole thing, and also this would store dictionary, uh, recipe data, and also here we need public struct recipe key, and this will become int item 1 id and item 2 id, and this is not necessarily we need it serialized. So in the dictionary would be recipe key, and then and whenever when we start a game, we look through recipes, then we add recipe dot ingredients. We need to change this name also to, and so here we can take item 1. Yeah, we don't have, no, let's not do, yeah, so here we can just take key and result. Yeah, and now we can find, uh and we'll just name this. Let's just make this private and serialize, and let's do same with this one, because we don't need private access to those things. We might need private access to this. Yeah. Yep. So this is all fine. Yeah. And so now whenever we make, we'll drag and drop our recipes here, and it should work. So now in the player controller, what we can check here is we have two selected items, so we can convert this into key. So we can just build var recipe key is equal to new recipe key, and we can pass in selected item. We also need a constructor here, right? Yeah. And now we can pass in our selected item and the item we are on top. Okay. We need that item data. Now we can check if game manager instance dot recipe status contains key recipe key, right? That means we have something, and then we can just print game manager instance recipe data dot recipe key dot name. Else, if we don't have anything, then we'll just call this here. So now we have a way to detect if we are placing something on top of each other, and then we check if it's mergeable by just going through our recipe dictionary. And if we find something which matches this, then we'll here. Okay, so we got error in the game manager because we forgot to initialize a dictionary. So recipes data is equal to new. So let's just give add card sword, add card sword, add card shield, right? So now if I need to do this, and now if I place my sword, and if I place shield on top of sword, currently we also need to fix this. uh, yeah, but we'll fix the visual things later. So if we do this, so it won't merge, right? But if we place this, that it currently just says big sword, and we are not doing anything else, but our logic works, right? So it prints out the big sword, and now here we can merge two items and create new item, and we also remove two items that were already there, and we'll all will do in the inventory, right? Because inventory is handling all of our item stuff. So I think that's where we should be doing these things. So let's go to inventory. One more thing, what we'll be doing is, if it can merge, first of all we'll remove it from our inventory. So yeah, this is kind of confusing, but I think we need to change these names because I also got confused. So this would become, let's change this one first. So remove item does not just remove item from inventory at all. Like it, what it does is remove, move to active inventory, move to active. Like this is correct thing, because what we are doing here is we are activating the item, we are removing from the items list and moving it to active items list. And this would be move to non-active or move to not active. I think this is much better names to understand what the functions do. Now we can understand like inventory dot move to active. So basically we are activating the, and so now the items we need to merge are in the active items. Let's create function merge items, and it will return, that's called inventory dot selected item and item. So we need item 1, item 2. What if just call merge item? Yeah. I think that would be much better. So let, so what we'll do is, how we'll call this is, we don't want to do this whole thing here. So how we'll call this is, basically we can do inventory dot merge items, and we can pass in a selected item and our item. And so if the merge is true, then we do something, else we do something. Little bit confused, but it's okay. Let's move this code here. So we'll create a key, then we check that in the data, and if we get, then we can do this. So the item 1 is already activated. Yeah, let's not bother about moving them to active or not. Here we return true, here we return false. So here if it's true, that means our selected item, whatever we selected, has become null, and then that's why we need to return this from this function. Okay, so now here so we will create a item dot create add, and the item data would be game manager dot instance dot recipe data dot recipe key, and inventory would be this, right? So this is where we'll create a item, merged item, and we'll give it to inventory. Before that, we'll be checking if items dot contains item 1, then okay, so if both items are inside the items, and we can just can do this. Else, I'm not sure what to do here. I think we can just set now is used is true and item 2 is used. I think this is the better way. So we don't even need to worry about all these things, and then we can just do clear use items. So if we can also now match it here, like so. I think currently the way we can do is we can also do it here, but it won't match. But if we do this, it did match. It gave us some. Uh, we can't do this, but if we do, yeah. So it's saying now we can merge and it become a big sword, and now we can attack and it would do the damage of what? something. Yeah, something is wrong. Oh, did we remove that? Yes, we did. Inventory.move to active selected item. So if we combine it here, it will work. And now if we put here, it will do 5 damage. Okay, so that's good. And but if we do this and then we put it on top of here, it will also go to here. I think that's fine. I think that's fine for now. But we'll have to merge it there only. So we can attack. Uh, Basically we implemented recipe and merge mechanic for backup. Uh, Prompt. What am I doing? Yeah. So today we'll. Oh, I think I changed something. Yeah. So I think currently we'll end it here, and then I think now there are more items to be made. Also, yeah, I have to playtest, and also we are thinking of something doing with board. Currently, the board is kind of very random, and yeah, I'm not sure what to do with the board. Like the memory thing is getting a little bit hard, but we'll see. Okay, guys.